And go time! Alright, so we got game audio. I don't know what was going on earlier. Go time! I kind of, so we got game audio. I don't know what was going on. I kind of lost my, I'm getting distracted now because I'm hearing myself. I gotta turn off the preview feed. Somehow my OBS Studio, or OB Studio, lost all of its audio configuration since my Windows update yesterday. Hooray! So I think we're back to normal now. Can't hear the game now because I have it minimized. I gotta switch over to my gear shift cam and pedal cam. Tried this on our last episode of ETS2 multiplayer, and I think it went pretty well, except for the gear shifter getting cut off. So I decided to forget about the wheel and just show the pedals and the gear shift. So we'll see how it goes with that. Let's get back into the game here. So for those of you who've seen this already, a couple episodes already, it's been a long time. We've been making our way down from Dead Horse, and the last time we played, we made it down to the Living Good Camp Airport. And that was like 2 months ago. So a lot has happened in 2 months. A new release or two came out for American Truck, so the map had to be updated as well. And I just noticed this morning, looking on the forums, that the developer for the map had put out a new release for the current version. So I'm excited to get back down to Fairbanks. Kind of sparked my motivation there when I saw that, so I figured, you know what, it's snowing here in Colorado, so we're staying in today, and I really wanted to finish up the story to get us down here to Fairbanks, so that's what we're doing today. It will take us about 2 hours. I think we're already falling behind. The load is supposed to be there a little after noon in game time, and it is 10:16 right now. So, oh wait a second, it's expected until, not expected until 3:18, okay. No, we have more time than I thought we did. Cool, good. So I don't know if any of you remember from last time, we were pulling a bulldozer. Unfortunately with the map update and the game update, we were forced back to Fairbanks. So I had to improvise here and make a little story up, so we had to drop off the bulldozer. The people wanted their bulldozer back, so another driver is taking it back up the Dead Horse, and we're picking up this abandoned load, hot load that's heading back down south to Fairbanks. So we get to keep going the way we were going. We don't have as exciting of a load this time, but nevertheless it's a load and it's in the direction we want to go. So the other good piece of news to that is that we are continuing where we left off. Which was here at Living Good Camp Airport. So, without further ado, I'm going to get going because it's going to take us a while to get down there. So yeah, so you guys can see the gear shifter here. I got to remember that I'm actually, I don't even know if I'm doing a 13 speed or an 18 speed. I think it's a, let's see, diagnostics should show it. Yeah, it's a 13 speed, so let's make sure that I have that set up right. Yeah, 13 speed, we're good. It's a little different of a shift pattern than Euro Truck Simulator, so I gotta remember that too. So I played a little bit of American Truck yesterday, and I kept skipping gears because it's a little different. Shifting a Scania versus an Eaton Fuller transmission. So let's see how we do here. And this load's pretty light too. It's only what is it? 20,000. Oh yeah, 10 tons. We're gonna be flying around the hills here. All right, made it out of the yard. Let's head back to the... actually, I think it's now the Elliott Highway. I think we've made it out of the Dalton. Once you get to Living Good, I think that's the official end of the Dalton on the south side, or the beginning if you're heading north. and it is a nice and warm 10 degrees out here in Alaska. Water temperature is still getting up there, just crossed 100. Actually, I started the game, moved the truck around, you know, all the fun logistic stuff since there was a new version, so I had to teleport the truck back here. So everything was cold and dark, and had zero air pressure, so I had been letting the truck idle for a while before streaming. And aside from temperature, everything else is good. Temperature doesn't really matter in a simulation, but in reality, you're supposed to let it sit for a while before you get going, so. I'm surprised there's traffic here. See how I do floating gears. I tend not to do that in WelpTruck. Sometimes I do. It's a little easier to do, I think, with the Eaton transmissions. Mostly because they're set up so that whenever you split gears, you can still, all you have to do is let off the throttle and it will shift. But you have to press the clutch, as far as I know, for Euro trucks to get through splits. So I spend more time with the clutch in WelpTruck than I do with American. And you have to time it, not perfectly as in reality, but I gotta watch the tach, make sure I'm only dropping 200 RPM. If I drop more than that, then I'm just going to grind the crap out of the gearbox. On the splits, anyway. So, yeah. Back on the road. I think the last time was November when we were playing, and we stopped here in Living Good. So it's been 2 months. Been some time. Hope everyone's doing well this January Sunday. Like I said, we've been getting some snow out here in Colorado, so we've just been kind of chilling this weekend, and this scenery here really matches what's going on outside here. See, look, it looks like this guy has the load that we were pulling last time. We were pulling a bulldozer, so maybe this is the guy that's going to head back north. How's that for some role play? It's really abiding the speed limit. Ay, ay, ay. Something looks a little different too with the brightness. I think it's the PIVA weather mod for this map. I think it does change the not the glow, but the HD, is it HDI? I forget. Brain fart. But anyway, it seems quite brighter, and I kind of like that. I feel like sometimes in the stock game, whoop, just to shift a little bit there. In the stock game, he's going the wrong way with that blizzard. It just seems like there's not much brightness, and I know I could turn the brightness up in the game, but then it just washes out. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. There we go. Tickling the gears a bit. So yeah, I just feel like I like this level of brightness better, and it doesn't wash out the picture. So. Got 81 miles to go. Something different with this map update is road textures. I like the changed road textures here. I think they look more realistic. The other thing too is with this new edition or new patch of the game, there are random events that will pop up on this map. A lot of them will be, I think, like forestry specialists or just basically cleaning up fallen trees. They'll be along the side of the road. Stuff like that. I don't know what else will be on here. We'll have to find out. It's only a 10-ton load, but I'm already dragging my feet here. the guy behind me is going to catch up to me. Thought I had a decent horsepower truck. You know, it might only be 475. I think I was trying to spec it like the Dalton fleet trucks, but I think that the W900s have a little more juice than the T800s that they have. At least in the years that they were filming for Ice Road Truckers. So I don't know if they have anything different yet, or are they still running the same trucks. I don't know. I'm going to try not to go too crazy with speeding here. We'll zoom the map out, yeah, all the way. Because we're going to the end of the map anyway, so it's not like we're going to miss a turn. Yeah, looks like a nice sunny day here in Alaska. But yeah, we're definitely off to Dalton now. This is all paved as far as I know the rest of the way. This is the Elliott section, Elliott Highway. But yeah, so we've got a little less than 80 miles to go from here. I don't know if you guys saw that, but there's some patches in the road back there. That's also part of the new random generation features of the new version of American Truck. So, hey Greg, how you doing, man? We are reviving the Dalton Highway experience, and we're trying to make it now the rest of the way down to Fairbanks. So it should take about 2 hours. Not too long. We don't have much left. Ah, okay, cool. I hope I didn't stomp on any of you for streaming. But this was like a spur of the moment thing. I was like, you know what? I saw that the map was updated on the forums. I'm going to go ahead and stream. Close the loop. I was thinking about hooking up Oculus. I was doing a little bit of research on Twitch chat feeds in the headset, but it's not quite there yet, at least for Oculus, I don't think. What scared me was they were saying there's some performance hits. Trying to get the chat feed into Oculus, so I was like, I'll try that another time when I feel like tinkering with it, but at least I got the webcam up for now so you guys can see how I'm shifting here. So, anyway, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, you guys are playing PS4, so yeah, cool. I might be around for Crossout tonight for a while. But for this morning, I just got nothing but my cup of coffee and the steering wheel, so it's a relaxing morning for me. Yeah, I decided to not worry about the steering wheel as much, because it's hard to get the wheel, the pedals, and the shifter in. So, focus is on the shifter, but you guys can see the clutch work there too, up in the feed. I'm telling you, this is only a 10-ton load, but it's killing me. I don't know what it is. I couldn't imagine I've been pulling this bulldozer up this. I would have been crawling. Alright, thanks Greg. Catch you later. Thanks for stopping in. Alright, finally cresting this hill. That was a clean shift. Clean float. Right now we're in top gear. Yeah, I feel like something definitely has changed with the weather. The weather add-on for this map. And I think it's changed for the better. I mean, there's a little bit of haze, which would make sense to me in this kind of cold weather. I like the bright sun, the reflection on the snow. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. The lighting is phenomenal. And and I know I said it last time, or in at least the last few streams, but I really like what SES has done with the truck lights, where now they're not so much. I guess used to call them sprites. Now they're true flares. So like during the daytime, they look like what you think you would, or what you would expect. I think they don't look very bright at all. They don't look they're on at all. Except when you're looking directly into them, so you're blinding yourself, of course. But I think that the next step that SES should really consider taking is the light mask, the light that shows up on the road and on anything that you shine it onto. I feel like during the daytime there's still way too much light leaking onto the ground. And in some cases it really just like it kills me to the point where I want to turn my lights off, even though I'd rather run with them all the time, because it kind of kills the immersion that you see light on the ground whenever it's not even that dark out. So anyway, one step at a time, right? I really like these one-to-one scale maps. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the stock map where I can just do a 10-15 minute drive, you know, and get my fill for the day, but there is also times where I want more, you know, like to actually feel like I'm going somewhere. Hey, Sunslate, how you doing? Welcome to Alaska. We're heading south to Fairbanks after the truck sat for like 2 months. And we lost our bulldozer load that we were pulling down from Dead Horse. So now we have an abandoned load of who knows what. But it's quite light actually, so that's a good thing. It'll help us get over the hills a little better. Got my coffee here. Life is good. Yeah, so this is a major map mod for American Truck Simulator. It's a standalone map, so when you first download the map, you have to create a new profile. And in the profile, when you enable the mod, before you continue past, you select the new module for the map. And it's completely standalone. You can't get down to the continental U.S. You can't get down to California or anything from American Truck. So it's a one-to-one scale map too. So it's 500 miles in all. We're really away from the super exciting stuff where the road turns to dirt. We're on the Elliott Highway section now, which is on the southern tier of Alaska, on the southern tier, I guess, of the map, which is really central Alaska, and it's all paved from here, but it's all one-to-one. It's absolutely massive, yeah. It's just one road, but it gets pretty challenging with hills. Not so challenging now because we only have 10 tons on us. But I was pulling a bulldozer in previous episodes, and let me tell you, that was crazy. Get down to like walking speeds, trying to get up these hills, and I've gotten stuck before, actually. Not when I've streamed, but before that. Pulling like a cable reel, so it was an oversized load. Couldn't make it up a hill. I had to cheat a little bit and teleport. But it's definitely challenging, especially when you head north. So, I gotta give you an idea of what we're looking at here. So, long stretches of nothing. But really, I think it's when you get up to... actually, you know what? I think that the Dalton starts here. So we just started down at Living Good. That's where we left off last episode. I think that the sign for Dalton Highway begins here, Elliott Highway ends, and as you head northwest, that's when you get into the really fun stuff. So if I continue this series, I'm going to take another load of heading way back north again. Maybe try out the Bettles Trail. That's supposed to be really crazy. But I think my favorite feature of this map is Adigan Pass. It's quite challenging. It's a super duper mountain pass. I don't think you climb that much. Well, maybe 3,000 or 4,000 feet. So kind of. And I say kind of because now I've climbed Pikes Peak out here in Colorado 3 times, and you gain 8,000 feet when driving up it in an hour. So much harder in a truck, of course, but that pass is pretty cool to go across in the map, and I remember a lot of it from Ice Road Truckers. So yeah, this is basically I think inspiration for this map came from Ice Road Truckers. It was in seasons 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. I think it was in 4 seasons. So all the features that you see in the show are in this map. All the landmarks, all the craziness. I think we might have some... I think we might still have Beaver Slide, I'm not sure. Pretty steep slopes. 2.5 mile hill, I think, is something that we have to worry about right as we get closer to Fairbanks. So yeah, familiar landscape, the nothingness, or the snow, or... I really want to pass this guy. I don't know if it's a good idea though. I'll take a peek and see. Nope, there's someone coming. Alright. We'll back her down. Oh yeah, don't want to ram his trailer of chemicals. That would be bad. So we're driving a Kenworth W900 Carlisle spec, actually. So yeah, Carlisle is one of the bigger name companies that run this Dalton Highway, also known as the Haul Road. So basically, I tried to spec this truck like the ones that they have in their fleet. It might have a little less horsepower than what they've got. I think they vary. But yeah, it's your classic American truck, right? Got my hand on the engine brake, but I guess I don't need it. That's a little... that was a little funky with the shadows there. Oh yeah, that's one thing I love about these 1-to-1 scale maps. It provides a whole new level of realism, and I really wish that the multiplayer team would take into consideration opening up a server for a map like this. I can see how they could get backlash, and fans would want every other custom map as well. But I think there's good reason to put one of these in, a 1-to-1 scale map. I know there's a couple being developed for a Euro truck. There's Rotterdam, I'm following. Really looking forward to that one coming out. And there's a German map as well. Heilbronn, I think. Those are being worked on. I'm watching them, and I'm getting super excited about them. Because there's just something about the 1-to-1 scale that I feel more accomplished getting to a destination. Granted, I can get across Europe in Eurotruck and get the same feeling, but when we do like really close trips, and I do them even by myself too, and it's like you drive 10, 15 minutes, oh, you're already dropping off the trailer, so. So yeah. Just got this giant wall of snow next to us. I'm guessing that's how it is, sort of, in reality. Granted, different texture, but I guess the road's right up against a mountain on this stretch. This bus got ahead of me because I was slowing down going up the hill, but now I'm flying going down. Yeah, I love the sound of this. I think it's a cat. I'm pretty sure this is a Caterpillar. I just love the sound of the turbo. Yeah, I think I put a 475 horsepower cat in here, which is common for the Carlisle trucks, I believe. Maybe not this specific Caterpillar engine. I think they have C15s. Or actually smaller. I think they have 13 liters C13s. So this is a C15, I think. So it's a little beefier. Still, nevertheless, love it. Love that 4.3 miles per gallon we're getting. Granted, that's all the way from Dead Horse, and for a majority of that, we were pulling a 25-ton bulldozer. Every time I feel like I want to pass this bus, we get up to a hill, and I know I'm not going to make it up the hill like he is, so I guess we're just going to be sticking behind him for the whole trip. Let's see if I can do this on a float. Yeah. That was alright. Oh yeah, he's totally pulling away from us now. I'll be right back up on him though once we go downhill. I'm trying to keep on the lookout for another Carlisle truck. Pretty sure their skins also show up on the AI, which is cool. Granted, there are independent operators up here too, and other companies. But you only really see Carlisle in the show. So there's one right here going by. Oh yeah. Wasn't pulling anything too exciting though, just a van like we're pulling. I should have checked and seen what mileage we started out on the trip to try to calculate in my head what we got left. I mean, it's probably going to be 520. I'd say it's going to be about 520, maybe 515 on the trip by the time we pull into the dock. It's amazing some of the truckers on the show would just go the whole way in one swing. Only 500 miles. It's legally doable, but you really have to push too. And a lot of them then would stop midway at the Coldfoot truck stop, but that's a lot of driving. Not much different than a full day for any other trucker, though. So there's another random event there, just cones there, I guess patching on the road. And I appreciate all that minor stuff showing up randomly too, it's pretty cool. But I think eventually we're going to see some a little more crazy stuff. Not really crazy, but some more action, like fire trucks on the side of the road, and burnt cars, or accidents. Accidents will show up too. really good idea by SCS to incorporate that, and I don't think they have it in Euro Truck yet. Do this shift again. Alright, a little better. We're still losing though. Let's try that. It's killing me. It's only 10 tons. I'm still struggling. Gotta get some of that. Oh, some of that flyby camera. It doesn't like hills for some reason. This guy is gonna pass me on the double yellow, you know, like you do. Oh, don't you brake in front of me. Jeez. Yep, as you can see, I got my foot down. We're only doing 45, but I think if we had the bulldozer, we'd only be doing 20. So this guy is passing legally. Dotted line. I have to admit, though, that what the other guy did was pretty realistic, because people do tend to pass on double yellow, too, if they're really impatient and dumb. I've seen it happen. Off the gas as we go around the corner here a bit. Now we're getting some turns. I'm surprised there's no snow on that hill right there, or in that mountain range. Oh boy, I'm going to clutch this one. And these people must have supervision. They can just see around the blind corner and pass without a problem. Seems like it's getting a little darker. It's supposed to be 10:45 a.m. And in the winter they don't get much daylight up here. Well, the further north you go, obviously you start having problems in the winter where you hardly get light at all. I think that was just shadow back there, yeah, from the mountain. That's cool. Zoom in a little bit so I can see these curves coming up. Dude, why are you bobtailing? You're not gonna make any money on this road doing that. I feel like a lot of these drivers do end up bobtailing south in some cases. I didn't think they would as much going north. But I'm sure it happens, just not very often. At least in the winter. Maybe it's different in the summer. But in the winter, there's a lot of demand up on the north slope, so... from what I understand. Old Alaskan mountains. Well, looks like we got a grade coming up here, so I'm gonna back it down a little bit. I love the sound of that engine brake. Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. skip shift a little bit there. Hey, welcome back. You didn't miss too much. Went over a little bit of a mountain, came back down, kind of, sort of. I guess we're still kind of heading down. Trying to set the engine brake so I can just keep my feet off the pedals. The lever on the wheel? No, I'm using my keyboard. So I actually have it set up so the numpad enter key is the toggle on and off for the engine brake, and then I have the numpad plus to increase strength and minus to decrease. So I usually try to set it at medium so that whenever I toggle it on, I got medium power. I don't have enough buttons on my wheel. I only have the G25 only has 2. So one of them is the horn, the other one is flashing lights. It wasn't until the G27 that they added another set, it's 2 sets of 2. Yeah, so you got 6 on the G27. Yeah, I only have two red buttons. That's all I got on the G25. Really limited. I really wish they would have made like the center, like the center logo for Logitech. I wish they would have made that a button so that you can map the horn to it. Like, that would make so much sense to me. And I wouldn't have to have one of these buttons as the horn. I could actually use it for engine brake, you know. But the keyboard's right here, and I've gotten so used to it that I just grab it and it's there. Yeah, see, they got smarter as the years progressed. This wheel is pretty old. It's like from, gosh, it was like from 2010 or something. So it's like going on 7 years old, so, yeah. Oh, here, we're coming up on something here. Oh, it's one of those downed trees. Yep, see, they got the Alaskan forestry pickup truck out. Interestingly, they dress up in fireman gear, is what I've been told, according to the forum. The guy who makes this map. Brilliant job, by the way, from him. But he was saying that that these forestry experts in Alaska that go around chopping trees actually wear fireman gear. Alaskan lumberjacks. But yeah, I've been absolutely loving this shifter. I forget when I got that. I think it was last year. Unfortunately, I've been reading about the company I got it from. I jumped in and got it really early, so I was like one of the first people to receive it. But lately I've been hearing about CSIO technologies, and they've been very poor towards their customers lately. So I feel sorry for those who have tried to buy one of these and haven't gotten it in like 4 months, and they're kind of out of money now, which is, the people, they're out of their money that they put into the company, and who knows what they're doing with the money, Who knows if they're even making them still. So that's a shame. But there's another company now who's really keeping on top of things. I think it's called the Mega Shifter, is the shifter itself. I forget the name of the company. But for about the same price, you can get the same thing, maybe even better quality. I don't know. For the most part, this one CSIO, it's been doing all right. I hope that it lasts a while. It's been a year. It hasn't really changed. The only thing about it is that the split shifter on the side, the low and high, sometimes it sticks, and I can't get high unless I really press it forward. So, yeah, kind of missed that on the float. And then the range lever on the front side, sometimes, it hasn't happened lately, but sometimes like that will stick too, or when you try to go into low range, it gets back into a high range. Look, another tree's down. So if you press the range down too far, it like goes back to high. Yeah, you get a better look at him going slower that time. See him in the mirror. Oh look, he's gonna pass in the double yellow again. Look at that. Nice job, buddy. But yeah, that hasn't happened lately, so the range has been alright, but I definitely, from what I've been reading, I wouldn't advise trying to get a CSIO Technologies shifter. And I'm afraid if this thing breaks, if any warranty would be awarded or honored. I highly doubt it, so. Yeah, so you might want to check out the Mega Shifter. I think they have some European style ones too, so like I guess they're shaped a little differently. But this one works fine. It works fine for Euro Truck Sim. I just have to remember the shift pattern's different. When I started playing American Truck yesterday, I kept skip shifting because there's only 3 gates, or one, 2, 3. Yeah, there's only really 3 gates on the 12 speeds in Europe, and over here you got 4 gates that you're working with for forward gears. So after I went into high range, I kept skipping that first gate, going back to it, and going down to the second gate, and like skipping 4 gears. So it's a little different, but I mean, that getting the shift head's not going to change that. That's the Logitech shifter, has 6 gates on it, so. Yeah, so you should take a look into that. I think that the game is really good at input options. Like, you can add like up to 4 different devices at once or something. If you look at the control layout, what's over there? Is that the pump? Oh, that must be the pump station back there. Is it? Yeah, that was the pump station. The last pump station along the Alaskan pipeline, heading south until you hit Fairbanks. But yeah, the game is pretty good. I imagine you could just plug in a USB shifter, maybe research to see if someone else has done it already with the game, but like, I imagine that the game would be able to pick it up with different buttons. But I mean, I guess that would be worth it if it were significantly cheaper than a shifter made specifically for your wheel and pedals. Because like, this thing was picked up, this shifter, I just added it as another device for the game, and it just worked right away. Granted, SCS did add support to it because they were like all in with this guy who was building these, and now they're trying to dissociate themselves from this guy because he's not doing a good job at all anymore making these. So, but at the time when they built it, I think the Mega Shifter must be working because they're plugging them in too. The users are plugging them in, and they're working right away too. So yeah, I would imagine just grabbing like a USB shifter, you could just add it as a device in the game and map buttons to it. That's all it is really, is just buttons and the gates. It's like, when you enter a gate on the shifter, it's just pressing on a button in there. So imagine it. SES has it set up so you could pretty much plug anything in that holds a button as a gate in the shifter. So yeah, but I've been using this wheel forever. Before that, I had another Logitech wheel. I had the Momo, and I was like blown away when I first got it because before that, you know, I was only using keyboard and mouse, and it was like a whole new world with the wheel. But the only problem with that I didn't like was it only had, what was it, 270 degrees of rotation, so it was like a racing wheel, right? And, well, to drive a truck like that, I got used to it, but it's like it didn't really feel that realistic. So I went shopping again, saved up money, and got a G25. It again blew me away with the 900 degrees rotation, which is realistic for a car. Still not so much for a truck, but it's still better. Still waiting for the day that an actual truck wheel comes out, and I'd be all over that. 1800 degrees rotation. That's my plan. I plan on holding on to this thing so long as it doesn't break down until the day that there's an actual like truck setup. And I will totally spring for that. But yeah, this thing's been holding strong. 7 years. It has to be 7. It might be older than that even. Might have gotten in 09. I can't remember. Of course, now that I say that, it's probably going to break. There's some more patches in the road. Those are randomly generated. Cool stuff. Another forestry dude. There's a lot of fallen trees on this road. Yeah, I really hope that they make something like that. Some people have like ripped off the wheel, like just taken it off, you know, their Logitech G25, G27, their Thrustmaster, whatever, and like slapped on an actual wheel. One that's much bigger, and it works. Some people have put together some crazy stuff for OMSI. Oh, that's not what I see there. I missed that high shift there. Whoops. The splitter got stuck, so that did happen again. It's working okay now. Let's try to break our transmission here. This guy's going so slow up here. But I've seen like some crazy setups with the bus simulators, where people like basically built dashboards, or actually took dashboards from old buses in junkyards, and wired their switches up to a controller and programmed them to work with the bus sim. And that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. Alright, this is not enough of a hill to just coast on. I gotta put the brakes, engine brake on. Oh, we got one of those slow utility vans up there, though. I don't know why SES made all of them this slow, but they like deliberately go like 10 below the speed limit. Even in the stock map, in the stock game, it's just, it drives me nuts. That's realistic, right? You get some cars that drive annoyingly slow in reality, but it's always this one van up there, this guy. It's always that guy up there. Oh, I can't zoom in. I don't have that mapped, I guess, on my mouse. Must be paid by the hour for driving, so he's just taking his sweet time. We've got people behind us. What is this? The Globe Creek. Alright. Like, I'm surprised that the AI in front of me does not want to pass this van. Maybe it's because there's too many cars coming the other way. I don't know. Usually they're like really eager to pass on a 2-lane road on the stock map as soon as they get a chance if the guy in front is going like a mile an hour below the speed limit. They will just jump on it. These guys seem to not mind going this slow. I do. But I don't think I'm going to have a good chance passing 3 AI on a 2-lane road with a tractor trailer and not smash into someone. So I think I'm just going to chill back here. Enjoy the scenery, all the pine trees. So yeah, I think we got, oh, I don't know, maybe 40, 50 miles left. I forget what the starting mileage was on my trip distance. I think it was 440-ish. Where we started at Living Good Camp Airport. And then from there, it's 81 miles to our destination, so yeah, we're looking at about 520 on the trip by the time we get there. I think that's what it's supposed to be. No, we're losing them. I swear, 10 tons. I thought I wouldn't have a problem. But then again, I'm using an American truck. So fuel, as far as fuel is concerned, we got no problem. I'm at like 2/3 of a tank right now, actually. I've got huge tanks on this truck. That's the other thing too, stretch. That's the other thing too with these 1-to-1 scale maps, is that everything is in real time. So you burn fuel in real time, the time moves in real time. So if you've been watching the clock, the dial's on the top right there, it's the top rightmost gauge. We're in real time, so fuel burns in real time. The tank range, I think, is like 1,000 miles. So in reality, I could make it up and down without problem. Now, definitely, I will refuel back in Fairbanks before heading north again. I think there's a fuel station up at Dead Horse as well. There's truck stops along the way. I think Coldfoot has fuel too. I imagine in reality you got to pay a ridiculous amount for that stuff. But it's there. But I really think that, well, for one thing, I think my tanks are way bigger than they would be spec'd for. But yeah, so the road's 500 miles. I feel like a lot of trucks would have a range of at least 1,000 around up there. So yeah. Oh, we're really losing it on this hill. Oh man. This guy's gonna try to pass me. This is great. Oh, he will probably make it too. Come on, man. Your weight is... Oh, dude, really? Is there someone coming? He gave up pretty easily. There's no one coming. There, you can see way off in the distance. There's a truck really struggling to get up the hill. I was pointing at my screen like you could see me pointing, but you can't really see from the camera. I guess that the AI have a timeout, where if they don't pass within like 10 seconds, they just back out. He had that. He totally had that. He should have kept going. This would actually be pretty funny in multiplayer, I think, to see how desperate some of these players would be to try to pass people on a 2-lane road going uphill and totally screw over whoever is coming down the hill and going the other way. Because I know that's going to happen. Maybe that's another reason why they don't want to do that as a multiplayer dev. They don't want to add this map to multiplayer because it would just be absolute chaos. I wasn't expecting this hill here. I thought it would be relatively, well, not flat, but not this extreme, this far south. Oh yeah, I think it'd be far worse than that. You're talking about that, yeah, the Calais to, what is it, that place in Germany, Duisburg? Is that Germany? I know what road you're talking about, I'm pretty sure. That one I tried once during that special event and never tried again. Yeah, that road. I bet you it'd be, yeah, Duisburg, yep. Yeah, I bet you it'd be much worse than that. Maybe not worse, but about the same. If everyone decided to play this map, I don't know how many people in ETS2 would flock to ATS for this map. Maybe they should add like a driving test, so like the admins would observe you driving and then tell you whether or not driving around Fairbanks is good enough to let you go up the highway. Like they do in real life. That's how you get hired at this company, is that you take a test drive around Fairbanks, and if they're happy enough with you there, they set you out on the road. Usually take you up there with a trainer the first couple of times. Granted, this is everything I'm learning from Ice Road Truckers, the show, so however accurate they are is what I know. I bet you it would be still really chaotic, though. Because people just, they want to go as fast as physically possible and don't care about everyone else on the road. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I mean, you're talking 500 miles. Everyone, the other thing too, though, is that everyone's going to be on the same road. You don't have free roam, you know, around a whole region like the stock map. But yeah, maybe it wouldn't be that bad, because you're still talking 500 miles. Guess we made it up that hill now. Still feels like I'm going uphill, but not with the way my speed is responding to my gas pedal, so it's like an illusion, I think. But I'd love to. I would play it. Like I would get frustrated, but I would have the fix command, and I would totally play this map in multiplayer. Absolutely. And if there would be heavy haul operations, you know, where you have escort vehicles, pilot cars. I mean, played by players, of course. That would be really cool. Okay. Is that hand-drawn animation for just for fun, or for school, or? Okay. Sounds interesting. I used to draw some when I was younger, when I was a kid. But I would always draw trucks. It was like the only thing I ever drew. I always draw different models. Got more and more realistic the older I got, but I never quite got there for, like, wow, that looks really realistic. Yeah, it's true. I can't deny it. Yeah, if you want to show me a picture. Look at that advertisement. I wonder if they actually have billboards on this map. Or, not this map, but in reality. I'm sure they don't have those ads on them, though. Yeah, if you want to send a picture over on Discord, I'll totally check it out. So you like making up a cartoon, kind of like a... Not a whole episode, maybe, but... You know, different characters and whatnot. As like a project, or... You should make like a trucking cartoon. I don't know how successful that would be, though. It's a really niche fan base. Okay. Is this guy gonna try to pass me again? I feel like he is, and he's gonna back out again. Oh, yeah, that's true. I love that. Yeah. I love Mac, of course, right? It's like my favorite character. I absolutely love that series, though. So yeah, that's a good point. Can't be done. Just another tree. I was hoping I'd see some variety with these random events. Anyway. So we got a distance sign up here. Oh wait, what is this? Entering Fairbanks District. Okay. We're getting there. Alright, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I know it's pretty late for you. It's going on 7 o'clock, right? It's not even... It's still morning here, technically. Got another 10 minutes till noon. Ah, good old coffee. So yeah, well, I think we'll try to do another ETS2 multiplayer this week. I'm hoping I can do it on Thursday. We'll see how that goes. Try to do the usual time. Now, does Wednesday or Thursday, do one of those work better for you, or does it not really matter? Oh, it's 8 p.m. Wow, it's 8 hours ahead. Holy cow. Yeah, me too. Definitely looking forward to it. Thursday's a bit better. Okay, yeah, I like Thursday better too, because then it's like, yeah, I get the truck and tomorrow's Friday. Alright, man. I'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping in again. Now we're going downhill. I think we only need stage 1 engine brake here. Might not even need that. I'm slowing down. Guess I gotta remember I'm only carrying 10 tons, so I'm not gonna really pick up that much going downhill. I should have looked up that Twitch channel that streams music. That's was it not DRM, but it's like it's free. It allows other streamers to play it while they're streaming. You know, for like driving games like this, it'd be perfect. But didn't take the time to look that up before starting this episode, so it would have been perfect for this one. A little harder to do, I think, on our multiplayer streams, because we're constantly talking and going around sharp turns. That would have been perfect for this series. So I really gotta look into that channel and let it roll in the background like the radio's on, so I don't have to fill in the void with my lovely voice all the time. But for now, your music's going to have to be this Caterpillar engine. Except going downhill. You can't really hear it downhill. Unless I put the engine brake on. Which I am going to do for this turn here. Floating gears, downshifting uphill is a little challenging. At least to me. We got about 40 miles left, I'm gonna guess. Maybe 45. Got a push truck station here. I don't know if that's for going north or south. I'm pretty sure that's for going this way, so I guess we're gonna be hitting some hills up here. Perhaps even greater than the ones that we just passed a few minutes ago. Those were pretty steep, I thought. For this stretch of the map, anyway. It had to have been... I must have been going for the other way, because we're on pretty flat ground here. Maybe even going a little downhill. So that push truck station had to have been for the other way. Cooled down a couple degrees. Now we're down to 8 degrees Fahrenheit. Woohoo. Still sunny though. No sign of snow like there is out here in real life right now around Denver. Glanced out my window there. See how much snow we're getting right now. Still coming down. Looks like we're picking up a convoy here. 1, 2, 3. 3 dudes in front. guess I'm already in this gear for now. Is that truck trying to pass? Wait, what's happening here? I swear I just saw that second truck try to pass. He is on the double yellow. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. That was insane. I can't believe the AI did that. I guess Mr. Hawk's got to look into his sections with double yellows and no passing zones. That was funny. Oh man. Got a whole parade of cars behind us. It looks like it's actually 2 Carlisle trucks in front of us, though, so that's pretty cool. It's a real convoy. Coming up to another creek crossing here. Yeah, Washington Creek. Alright. Looks like a creek to me. If you get far enough north on this map, creeks are pretty much just frozen over completely. Around here, there's enough, I guess, warmish temps. I mean, it's pretty cold right now, 8 degrees, but there's enough for it to flow. Look at this. We're going to start passing me down the double yellow again here. Guy had a pretty short pup trailer back there. Just passed. Ooh, this guy is going kind of slow though. Bet the pipe's pretty heavy. know that trailer just flew by the screen, but I'm pretty sure it was a sourdough trailer. So that's another company that operates up here. That is an interesting name. Just makes me think of pretzels. Got a whole parade of AI behind me. That's pretty funny. Try to pull in this gear. See, now this is an actual passing zone. Like, I would expect to pass here. Past this guy. I am too close. Let's see what it looks like around this corner here. Maybe I'll try to rip one. What do we think? Alright, let's try it. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're fine. Plenty of time. And he was a little too slow for me. I mean, he was going the speed limit for the most part, but getting up these hills, he was dragging me down a little bit. I've only got 10 tons, so... engine brake for this one. There's a different random event. Looks like someone was going too fast, Mr. Station Wagon. Wouldn't have expected him to be the one pulled over. Uh-oh. Something's starting. Ooh, I should slow down. Oh, jeez. Looks like we're gonna start getting some snow here now. Yep. And with this weather mod, when it snows, it gets kind of nasty looking out. Pretty dark. Blowing winds. I didn't really want snow though, but oh well. We'll play along with it. Stretch my neck here real quick. Push truck station. I wonder if that's from what we just... That must be going the other way, because we did come down some hills back there. Yeah, I gotta check out a VR chat overlay setup to see if I can get Twitch chat in my Oculus Rift, because I really enjoy playing this, especially this map even, through Oculus Rift, through VR. It's a whole new experience. Really cool. But I want to try to find a way to show it so it's not really weird to watch as a viewer. Because what the output on the screen shows for ATS and ETS2 is just stereoscopic images, so it shows two halves of slightly overlapped, I guess, camera angles. So maybe I can try to pull just one side of that, and then I can even make the camera bigger as an overlay. Maybe put something else in there too. But yeah, that's something that I'm gonna look into. Excuse me. And the other thing I want to look into then is that radio Twitch channel. So, oh, why are we breaking? Sweet. We approached an intersection. I guess they wanted to slow down. Anyway, come on, it's not snowing that hard, guys. Really slowing down though. Chattanooga River? Okay. Got another crossing. By the way, we're way south already of the Yukon River Bridge. That one's interesting to cross, even in the game too. Quite a wide river. This stuff's really coming down now. Even though the clouds aren't really transitioned yet. They're getting there. Okay, now I can kind of see it. Oh man, this guy. Ah, crap. I'm going to stick behind him because I can't see around him right now. It's snowing pretty hard. He's not having a good time getting up this hill. I think he was the one being annoying, though. I think it wasn't the guy in front of us. The guy in front had to slow down because of this guy. Should totally have passed him. I lost all the momentum, though. Let's see, how's this looking? Oh, it's pretty straight for a long time. Alright, that tells me I should try to slingshot around this dude. There's a car coming. Gosh darn it. How's it look now? Oh, we're gonna go for it. Come on. Come on. Oh man, it's so dangerous. Oh boy. Come back over, man. Alright, that was clean. Just in time to not smash into this 57 Chevy going that way in the snow in Alaska. Oh, this guy's really slowing down though too. Oh, come on, guys. I mean, I know it's snowing, but it's not that bad. But yeah, the white reflection of the snow on the windows does make it pretty darn hard to see. It is kind of annoying. I have a feeling it's going to be like this for pretty much the rest of the way in. This guy really slowed down. Like, I don't think there's anyone in front of him. But do what you gotta do. I don't even think the other truck's behind us that we passed. Oh, looks like there might be a cop way back there. Guess I shouldn't try passing. be tempted though, because this guy is killing me. Apparently this is a lightning storm in the snow. Maybe I don't have the right mods in. So now it's just going to be lightning too. It's one of those crazy storms, you know. That actually happened to us before. When I was up in Rochester, New York, still living with my parents. Like, it was like the first winter we were there. Like one of the first snowfalls we had. Actually, it was like a snow and a hail storm at the same time. It's really crazy. A huge cold front just blasted through, and like in like 10 minutes we got like an inch of hail on the ground, and there was actually some lightning and thunder. It was kind of scary actually. So technically it's possible. It's funny that it was probably not intended for this mod though to still be in there, but there you have it. Got some lightning in the mix. And someone who doesn't want to do more than 15 under the speed limit. Oh, man. He must have heard me because he slowed down even more. Oh, okay. Oh, is that a snowplow? Man, I should have gone around too. Or is it just one of those box trucks that goes super slow? That explains everything. I think it's just a box truck. It's pretty realistic, right? You get people who are afraid of driving in the snow. Should probably only be driving this fast in reality in the snow, but it doesn't affect the physics in the game, so I will roleplay, but not that hard sometimes when I want to try just to get to Fairbanks already. Snow is pretty nasty though. It's coming down pretty good. It is making it hard to see, so man, this guy is really milking it. The problem is I can't see very far ahead, so trying to pass now would be a pain. Oh, we're coming up to Hilltop. I don't think he's going to pull into there, though. I am tempted to take a quick break there and stretch, so I might actually pull in the Hilltop up here and get a timer going and take a 5-minute break. Quick pit stop, refill my coffee. Yeah, which is pretty much gone now. I think that's what we'll do. It's much easier to do a full shift uphill than this guy must be way weighted down. Holy crap, dude. Way underpowered engine for those things. But we'll give him a head start. We'll stop at Hilltop for a few minutes and take a break and he'll despawn by then. Wow. Less than 20 miles an hour. What is this thing anyway? Oh, it's one of those. Love the wind effect. I should just latch on. I should just latch on and push him the rest of the way. I guess it makes sense that we're going to Hilltop. Because we are going up a hill. So he's gaining a little bit of momentum here. Yeah, I'm gonna pull in here and take a quick 5-minute break and stretch, and then we'll finish it off down to Fairbanks. There's some other trucks here doing the same thing, huh? This is like weirdly open. Like I can't tell if this is something you're supposed to drive on or what. I'm gonna swing around the other side of that white truck over there. And step out into the frigid cold. Take a quick break. Gonna be a squeeze getting back out of here, but it's doable. Alright. Set the brake. What do I have for the wipers? This guy here, right? Yeah. Alright. We'll sit here, let her idle, stay warm. And we will go take a quick break. Let's see. I gotta minimize the game real quick though. I gotta find a shortcut for this so I don't have to do this every time, but anyway, let's see. You know what I really could do is show the main menu while I'm doing this. We'll do a quick 5-minute pit stop here. I will be back shortly. Alright, I am back. Let's finish this off, shall we? Um, doo. Back to the game. So we're at Hilltop now. Oh, yeah, we got 15 miles left. It's not going to take us that long. Um, we're almost there. Wow, we're taking it to the headquarters. Cool. Cool. Alright. Looks like the snow's letting up, too. That was a quick one. Alright. Let's get going. I think I could squeeze between this trailer and this barrier. We could do it. We can make it happen. Oh, apparently my neighbors are opening their garage door. Wow, it's really loud up here. Oh yeah, plenty of room there. Let's go this way. Sometimes I double clutch too when I'm moving slowly, especially when making turns, like from a stoplight. It's really hard to float then. Wow, that was quick. I didn't think that the snow would be that quick, so. We have it, and the neighbors are closing the garage door. Oop. And just like that, the snow's done. Alright. Can't complain. So yeah, not much left. Right after this is Fox. Just around the corner on the map. There is a way station, but we shouldn't be pulled in coming from the north. Apparently that was an issue before. It's been fixed ever since. Apparently in this version of the map, so we'll see what happens. And we just hit 500 miles overall for this trip, down from Dead Horse. So good stuff. Almost there. No, don't know where that road goes. I think it just dead ends. I appreciate having those on the map though, where there's openings in reality, turn-offs. It adds to the realism. Ooh, yeah, this is a little awkward. Yeah, sharp turn. It's a surprise turn there. Yeesh. I guess we got something to downgrade here. So I can keep it where I'm at here. just like that, we're already... Oh, you know what? We're not... Did we pass Fox? I don't think we did yet. I thought that was around that turn back there. I guess not. Almost. Yeah, oh, I guess we are going down a range here because there's a push truck at the bottom. Yep, there we go. Gotta be close to what I was trying to say. Yeah, Fox is on the map there now. When I first got this map, I did a lot of runs from Fairbanks up to Fox. I think there's like a brewing. Uh-oh. Pull in for an inspection. Oh, man. Really? I thought that was fixed. Oh, well, there you have it. I guess I gotta pull into the way station coming down. This will be interesting. Hopefully it works. And hopefully I don't get pulled over before I get there. Alright, so they want to talk to us. That's fine. Oh yeah, way station open. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go around. Yeah, it looks like we do need to pull in. There's a block there of some sorts that we can pull up to. Slow down a little early there. Oh, check this out. They put in a custom intersection here. Okay. Oh, didn't leave that Jeep much room here. Thanks for waiting, buddy. Yeah, they got a whole, the ramps here and everything. Hopefully, the game doesn't get stuck thinking that we need to go to the way station here. That's interesting how it wants us to keep going that way on the GPS. Anyway. Alright. Let's go talk to them, shall we? Hazards for safety. Show them that all my lights are working, right? Alright. Let's see. Pass inspection, press enter. Oh yeah, 55,000. There you have it. Yeah, I mean, usually they only want to pull you in when you're heading north, I think, in reality. But I guess it's... I think there was an episode of Vice for Truckers where they had to stop coming down too, so that's not entirely unrealistic, actually. But I think what happened last time was when we got called in, or if you got called in, there wasn't any icon there for you to pull into, so you're kind of stuck with a "please pull into the way station" notification on you at all times, which I imagine can get kind of annoying, right? Put my hazards on for people coming down the hill back there. Come on. Sometimes I wish the shifting simulation was a little more realistic in the game. Because I think a lot of it's based simply off a time delay. So if you try to speed shift, even if it would probably work physically, in reality, it still won't take it, and you're stuck in neutral until you hold down the clutch for like a half second or something. That's interesting. So you can still get pulled over coming from the north. Anyway, we were way light, so we didn't have to worry about any overweight tickets or anything. At least I didn't have to look at all our driver logs and everything. See that we're only playing a simulation. So from here on out, we're pretty much out of the big mountains now. I mean, we're really getting down to the thin, but you got like 11, 12 miles left. That's all we have until we get to the Carlisle Depot. So we're hitting the home stretch here. Approaching Fairbanks. There's a Carlisle trailer going the other way there. Interestingly, it wasn't a Carlisle truck, though. There's a Camaro back there driving in the snow. I know I've already seen a few passing in this episode. I just think it's kind of funny. Yeah, it seems like it's really coming down now here, out here in Colorado. I'm kind of tempted to take my car out for a spin, see how it handles. Because it's funny, we both have Subarus here, but since I work from home, like I don't drive it too much now. And even when we had snow in Maryland, I was rarely driving in it. Like I would opt to work from home in Maryland if we ever got a significant snowfall, which was like 2 or 3 times while we were there. And so my Subaru has hardly experienced snow, which I think is kind of ironic. But I have the all-wheel drive if I ever absolutely need it. I think there was a time back when we were living on the East Coast, we were visiting my parents up in Rochester, New York, and we had to travel from up there down to Allentown, Pennsylvania. And there, on the way around Syracuse, we were getting some snow. I remember that. It was during the holiday season, so. And I was driving my car then, so that was probably about the most snow I've driven in that car so far. And for what it's worth, it was handling pretty darn well. I felt pretty comfortable driving it in the snow, so. It's one thing you don't want to do is get overconfident too, right? So anyway, we just decided to stick around here today and not really go anywhere, even though we could really get a few groceries, pick up some groceries, I guess you could say. Now, this is a pretty long hill here. I don't know why the camera resets inside after a single pass. It really doesn't like following me up hills like this. But that works out. I only wanted a single pass on the stream anyway, like that. That actually worked out pretty well then. Oh, ooh, that was a good one. Grinding. Wrong way. I only that sign's supposed to be there. There's a bug I could report. But yeah, I guess as you can see, we got 4 lanes now, so we're really getting close to Fairbanks here. I'm glad I'm finally finishing this stretch anyway. Yeah, it was kind of like in the back of my head, like, you're still sitting and living good. Give the viewers the full closure, get back to Fairbanks. So I'm glad we're doing that now. I think I will once in a while try to stream something like this when I'm really feeling it, you know, on a Saturday or a Sunday. Try another trip, maybe up to try Bettles, try the trail to Bettles, see what that's like. From down here in Fairbanks. That will take a while. I mean, we're going to pretty much have to go back the way we came, so. Granted, it does look quite different when you're going the other direction. Yeah, we're on some real highway now. Interesting. It looks like that Hawk used some ETS 2 prefabs here. I do like the texture though. It looks like it has some salt, some snow on the roadway. Good old hazelnut coffee. That's interesting. I don't remember seeing this on the previous versions. Hangar down there. Oh, it looks like it's like a DOT kind of setup. So maybe that was like the Alaskan DOT, like one of their headquarters down there. That was cool. Interestingly, it looks like there's a road that leads that way. But I don't think there's anything you can deliver there. There's just a road sitting there on either side, actually, of this highway. I knew that the one on the left has been there for a while. Actually, since the first version I played. The other side, I don't recall that one being there. Oh, coming up to a red light. You really know you're hitting the city whenever you see that. Oh, yeah. I don't even have to touch the brakes here. Check that out. Didn't even have to touch the brakes. It really helps that this load is only 10 tons. Very light. Cars don't like that transition back there. Like jerking. Alright, so we're entering Fairbanks here. We'll hang a right, go down this stretch of highway for a bit, and take the exit to the Carlisle lot. Oop. Come on, what are you doing? Ah, fail. Someone decides to pass me. Hey, sunlight, fire away. Shaking too soon. Yeah, generally speaking. Yeah, generally speaking, in North America, unless there's a sign specifying no, and I think a couple of states don't allow it, but otherwise, you can turn right on red after you come to a complete stop and make sure there's no one coming. Then yeah, you treat it like a stop sign, basically. Alright, we'll have to hit the brakes on this one. McDonald's. Of course. I think there actually is one right there on the in actual Fairbanks on this stretch. Yeah, it's. I think it's weird how in Europe you don't do that. It's because I've grown up with that, you know. I'm used to turning right on red. You better stop. Take off the nose of your pickup truck. But yeah, it's something I've always grown up with. It's always been a thing here. Completely normal to me. The other thing that I think is weird is how in some countries the light changes yellow before green. But I actually like that. I think that's useful. I'm surprised that we don't do that here, because it like kind of prepares you to go. Dude, why are we stopping? What's the hold up? Maybe he wants to let that old-fashioned car on the highway. I don't know. Is there anyone in front of him? No, he just decided to slam on the brakes. He wanted to brake check me. He didn't like how close I was following, I guess. But yeah, I think that idea of red and yellow before green, I think it's a good idea. Okay, so for bikes, do they have to stop first, or can they just keep going? Just turn. Lights changing before you even get through. Okay, so in the city they have to look first. In Paris they can just do what they want. Every man for himself. Stupid mirrors, I can't see. There's no one coming anyway. I think my dad actually took a trip. He was in Paris a few years ago, and he was telling me how sometimes the bikes can be really crazy around there, like just weaving in and out of traffic. And I guess you can split lanes there too. Yeah, the jungle, right? Yeah, that's what it seems like. That's what it sounded like to me. Alright, let's get it turned around. Oh boy. I forgot how wide of a turning radius this truck has. Oh man. Alright. I'm gonna play it safe here. Yeah. So, I do plan on driving in rural France in the near-ish future. I'm not sure how that works if I have a U.S. license. I have to look into that. But part of Chloe and my honeymoon next year, uh, we're going to be traveling through France. And part of that will be we want to drive over the Malau Viaduct. So I feel like I don't want to be anywhere near France when driving, or in France, Paris when driving. So I'll stay away from that. But we won't be trying or thinking about renting a car until leaving Malau. Well, that's lined up pretty nicely here. Alright. Set the brakes. Yeah, that's why I thought we'd be pretty far out. Nice, not bad. So there you have it. How many miles is that? 517? Okay. Okay. It was about 5. It was pretty close to what I was estimating, actually. So let's take the trailer off here and... Okay, so I still delivered it in time. I had more time than I thought I would have, actually. So yeah, we went 85 miles for the last stretch there. Good stuff. So yeah, so now we're down in Fairbanks. And I think I'm going to call it here. Going anywhere else will take a while, unless I deliver back up to Fox, but I'm not going to turn around and do that today. I think what I'm going to do next time, though, is head back up to the Dalton, hit the Dalton here, and check out the Bettles. Where is it? Yeah, the Bettles Trail. Supposedly it's like kind of scary. It's all unpaved for sure. It has some wooden bridges, I think. I think that the developer added them just because, in reality, I think they're actually river crossings on ice, but to have it available during the summer too, he put in bridges. So other than that, though, it's supposed to be a pretty treacherous trail. It's very notorious for trucks breaking down on in reality. So yeah, we'll have to see about that. So that'll be end of May next year. That will be in France. So yeah, we'll see if I'm ever in Paris longer. We'll have to see about that. But anyway, gonna shut her down here. And yeah, so like next time, I don't know the next time I'm going to be streaming this, but we'll see. Thanks for those of you who've been watching and stopping by. Thanks, Sunlight, for hanging out. Appreciate it. We'll catch everybody whenever I play this one again. I mean, we'll be doing other simulators during the weeks, of course, but I might try playing this one more often. But anyway, we'll catch you guys next time. Have a good one.